Hello, welcome to Lackluster Reactions. I'm your Lackluster reactor here today for Higurashi Sotsu, episode 7. Also here trying something a little different. I found a streaming site where they stream live television from Japan, and so I'm gonna try catching this week's episode live as it premieres. In preparation, I've already got the. I'm getting. I haven't got the time yet. Gonna get the time in 10 seconds since that's usually how long the Kodakawa Funimation preview stuff starts. But pros and cons for this. Pros, I don't have to worry about my video crashing. Cons, I've heard about apparently just this week the last episode of Higurashi, the site stopped being premiering for showing for everyone. So hopefully the first time I tried doing this, it allows me to go through without any issues, and also you'll have to listen to me during the commercials, but it's Japanese commercials, they just have the big 5 minutes at the end and then a couple in between halfway through, so I think I haven't tried this yet. Anyway, according to the time, it's almost done with the commercial break, but yet right now we're still seeing about earbuds. Anyway, I guess I can talk about what's coming up, what I'm expecting while this is going. Either way, this this is going to be the beginning of the curse revealing arc, which will is going to be interesting because we're going to see how Sadako is manipulating Teppei behind the scene mostly. Up, it's starting. Yuo is doing her taunting. Netocon for this is that, of course, since I'm watching it live, it's not subbed, but at this point, some of the stuff they're saying is expected. Well, it's the actions and symbology of some of the appearances that is going to really be shaking it up. Da, da, da. Yuo is encouraging her to continue playing the game. Which is interesting because from what we've seen so far, it doesn't seem like she's had that much qualms with playing the game, but it's not like she's fully inhuman, so of course she's going to have some regrets up to this point. Even if she did have the thing with the Japanese. This is a quick word from our sponsors. So, yeah, it looks like Satoko is showing some regrets at this point. And AUO is, of course, taunting her to continue having her play the game. Da, 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 commercials. I wasn't prepared for this. Anyway, um, what else can I do at the commotion's going? Should have prepared more for this if I was going to do this. Partially why I am doing this is also I'm going to be not sure what I'm going to be doing this afternoon, so I wanted to get this out of the way as soon as possible. So I didn't do it this a day late slash have to wait a day to watch the episode. So was okay. Commercials over. Hello, Hanyu. I don't think there will be any major problems that will come about for me not catching every single line of dialogue because it's not subbed, but that will give me something to talk about at the beginning of episodes, I guess, instead of just short ramblings. But again, Passione has been pretty good with body language slash bodies, so not understanding everything off the top is fine. She's talking about how a rampage still happened, well, despite Keiichi giving it all to Mion. Which, considering what she knows, she's expecting that it was Shion that went on the rampage, even though everything went, even though the trigger that she was expecting was taken away. So she still thinks she did everything right, but it still went south, even though we know why it's happening. Back in the real world of Satoko. Mika is starting to break down while Sadako is comforting her. Uh, and this is where Sadako is going to start with the praying to Kami, or Yoshio-sama, in order to try to make Rika think that, start the gaslighting to make Rika think that's part of the curse and not her pulling things behind the scenes. Her asked if she was expecting to leave Hinazawa. Eureka denied it. That I can tell with my limited abilities of Japanese. Mika, why do you want to leave Hinamizawa? I assume. I'm 90% sure that's what she is asking. For all I know, Sadako's questions could be even more vague and not specifically mention leaving Himizawa, but they mention Oishiro-sama enough and what the main presets of Oishiro-sama as known are. I'm very sure that on the one hand, watch it on sub makes it so that I talk more. On the other hand, it's making me guess what you people watching along with subs already know. But 100% knowledge of the language or not, image-wise, Sadako is gaslighting Rika into thinking that it's Oyashiro-sama's curse and trying to pretend to be the comforting friend and not the one pulling the strings behind the scenes. June 11th. The baseball game. Another sign from the original Go that this was off because in Go, Sadako had the trap, didn't use the trap from the original with Keiichi's help, and instead just hit the home run herself. Which was another sign that stuff was just magically going right for Sadako even beyond what was happening with just her plans in the original. So then Keiichi shows up with a golf club. First try. Was expecting to see a few snaps before she hit it out of the park, but no, she got on the first try. But I guess she's gotten practice elsewhere, even though we're not going to see that. 12. Ah, the barbecue slash the day Teppei came back. The shirt club having fun scene to go between the gaslighting. Cute mode activate. You think Keiichi would learn by now, but no. No, that's full blood, not even comic. Not even purely comic, but okay. Just for people watching along for how I am doing things, just to show that I can't do anything without some kind of technical issue. Now the sound has desynced from the video. So, up, commercial. Excellent, because as I said, this just desynced from the video. So let's see if a quick reloading the web page fixes that, or whether it's on their side. Either way, commercial. So either way, so far basic we've had three different scenes. We've had we had two talks in the meta world. We've had Rika gaslighting, and we've had the baseball and aftermath that we were just expecting. So let's see, I think it's all back. So now we see that she went to Teppei on her own will and wasn't taken. So mahjong. I wonder if time travel while playing mahjong is considered hustling. No, she purposely walked away from her friends just to go with Teppei, so she's probably already has the plan in motion of having him come back this time to be the manipulating factor. Either that or she's actually trying to spend time with her uncle, which I still believe some part of Satoko is human, but again, mostly witch at this point, so not sure which fully if she would actually just spend time with him just to spend time with him, or whether she's fully invested on manipulating without any other motive. He's telling him to move back to Himizawa. So yeah. The move was manipulation. But on the other hand, of my Sadako's not completely gone theory. She didn't need to actually play Mahjong to ask him to come back to me in Mizawa. So a reverse of the scene we saw before. Well, not an actual reverse, but context. We had the villager being yelled at Teppei while Sadako looked meek, but she did it to purposely show it while also making it seem like she was shy in some ways of being around Teppei and letting him back into life. Is she telling him that about the whole thing about the village being against him? Being against her? Because that is a brilliant move, pitting her to abusers who are willing to change their ways and do what's best for her, and pitting those two against each other, making the people of Himizawa think that Teppei is abusing her, while on the other hand, making Teppei think that the entire village is abusing her. And use the facts that both of those were at one point true in order to make it 100%, making it so that there's no reason to doubt the fact that either abuse is happening. But no, she did well to set up that Teppei is now going to act as a guardian to her, while having every reason to make it so that the people of Hinamizawa think that she's being abused, and now we're seeing the rumors go around about what kind of guy Teppei is. And she returns home. Yeah, the scene did happen in the original, in Go, didn't it? And of course you're enjoying this. So, end credits. So yeah, in terms of the episode, wonderful setup and manipulation on Satoko's part. Let's see. Also, Satoko is doing well manipulating everyone around her to their own goals. She hasn't even needed to just inject someone and let their own condescending spiraling. She's now actively manipulating people in order to make it so that the killings happen. She doesn't even need to use the syringe to make everything fall apart at this moment. We know she will because we've seen how this arc ends, but at this point she's pretty much playing both sides of the chessboard without having to use outside influence at this moment, besides precognition from knowing future events. And on time, in terms of how I've watched this, it was pretty painless. Just two commercial breaks, one right after where the opening would be if there was an opening this week, and one about halfway through. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do this every week, but if I do, it's not going to be that painful to do. So, but either way, I don't have that much time to talk afterwards. As I said, I have other things to do today that I need to, which is why I'm not doing it at my normal time and waiting for subs. But anyway, nice beginning startup episode of this arc, and looking forward to seeing what Teppei thinks is going on this entire time. So either way, thank you for watching along with me, and look forward to next week. Bye.